Damn, I feel bad for Joey here. He was already standing where Yugi currently is, but they still had him leave and go all the way around the arena just to get to the other dueling platform. Couldn't Yugi have just gone to that place? Neither one of these guys are villains, so what would it matter?
Who wins a match with Mr. Maximilian Pegasus?
Which would only be Yugi because he has the opposite hand card. If Joey wins this duel, Pegasus won't be dueling anyone here per the tournament rules.
Serenity.
I was hoping to see you.
But don't you think it'd be easier if they just flipped a coin?
Taya must really be fun at parties with that attitude. If she's as obsessed with friendship as the show claims she is, then she should know that Yugi and Joey will always be best friends regardless of the result of this match.
It's just how this tournament works.
Well, I don't like it.
Good to know. Fuck you.
But I don't know if I can do this.
You still afraid that the Pharaoh will do anything it takes to win, even if it means killing Joey right here? I'm sorry, but I am throwing in 10 sins. This is the one duel that the Pharaoh should have sat away from. This whole situation is about the bond that Yugi and Joey have, so Yugi himself should be in full control of the match dueling his best friend. That would have made this duel even more emotional and better to watch.
No matter what happens here, you're my friend, and you always will be.
You see, Taya, you were overreacted about this situation way too much. It's high time someone replace you as the friendship speaker, one who actually knows what real friendship is.
How'd it come to this, after all we've been through?
No Matter What is a great song made for this duel. Normally I would activate Song Exchange to take away 5 sins from the counter, but because this montage was very emotional and showed how much Yugi and Joey have bonded, I am going to take away the 10 sins I added earlier, and because Bonds of a Brotherhood always hits me in the feels thanks to my own. This part of the montage shows a sequence that is yet to happen. This shot of the Pharaoh with the cards floating in the background is shown during this very duel just 3 minutes later.
You know, it was one thing when Joey and Yugi...
Don't even start. We already heard your overreacting rants. We don't need to hear them again. The duel has begun.
For it.
Playing card games requires us to weirdly yell while we throw the cards down onto the field, apparently.
Joey left his knight on the field completely unprotected.
Well, it's not like he can switch the knight into defense mode on the same turn it was played. At least that's as far as Season 1 is concerned. Plus, Yugi isn't thinking about the possibility that Joey doesn't have cards to play face down to protect said knight.
What's he playing that throwaway monster for?
Perhaps Joey hasn't learned as much as we thought.
Once again, these are the worst set of friends I have ever seen, claiming to care but instantly giving up on hope at times when they shouldn't.
He almost looks glad his creature was struck.
He's in denial already.
Why the fuck are these guys part of the friendship gang again?
Bet you wish you didn't show me the ropes quite so well now, huh, bud?
Joey believes that just because he managed to overpower the summoned skull and use the shield and sword magic card, Yugi instantly regrets ever teaching him how to duel. If anything, this should add more to Yugi's pride that Joey is using strategies against him. Must be the evil power of the red side of the field controlling Joey's mind.
Well, you're gonna have to get through my flame swordsman first.
Joey somehow forgets that Gaia the Fierce Knight is literally standing in front of him. Even with the shield and sword cards switching attack and defense strength, Gaia is still more powerful than the flame swordsman. Not to mention, Joey has yet to play a card face down, too.
How can Joey make a big play with that dragon champion out there?
Have you not been watching Joey's duels ever since this Duelist Kingdom tournament started? Why does Tristan have to be such an idiot throughout?
It's as if Yugi and Joey are pushing each other to duel their very best.
These guys literally had a pep talk before the duel even started about how they were not going to go easy on the other and would make the other duel their very best. And you're only now just figuring that part out? For a duel about the bonds and friendship, this really makes me want to fall into the bottomless pit.
So even though they're being forced to fight against each other...
Over half of this duel so far has been Bakura chiming in and explaining what we already figured out before said duel even began.
Ready or not, here I come.
But first, we should show a shot of the thunderstorm taking place outside the castle as if that has any impact on the duel. But also, just imagine if Pegasus had the Duelist Kingdom tournament scheduled to take place today, right as the thunderstorm was about to occur. Maybe the duel between Yugi and Kaiba on the roof would be more intense with the storm taking place. Damn, now I want to see that. Joey bringing out the Black Skull Dragon against the Pharaoh was a great callback. Something they brought out together in the tag team match against the Paradox Brothers is now coming back to haunt the Pharaoh. Awesome.
No, Joey. I'm just letting you enjoy your triumph.
Wow, that was badass. The Pharaoh doesn't do much for the next 30 seconds because he wants Joey to enjoy his moment, practically telling him, you're screwed, but I'll wait a bit before annihilating you once and for all.
Yeah, did you see that look in Yugi's eyes?
Considering where you guys are positioned and how far down they are, how the hell can you see the look in the Pharaoh's eyes? I'm still trying to wrap my head around how they knew what the Pharaoh did to Panic in the fire tornado a few nights ago.
What a lovely day this is for a duel.
You don't have any windows in this arena, aside from that small one at the top of the arena platform where Tristan had to literally look through a peephole to see outside. And last I checked, the Millennium Eye can only see through minds, not inanimate objects.
Joey would have more life points left than Yugi.
Didn't you literally tell us in the previous episode that being in the lead of life points makes no difference when it comes to the duel, as anything can happen anytime?
Anyone can score an early lead in a duel.
Magical hats!
My hat's off to you.
I activate my Pun Chaos Trap. Wait, who the fuck just destroyed my trap card? Now I can't add 5 cents for the puns anymore. This doesn't make any sense. I'm the only one here.
Now I gotta depend on luck.
Considering you rely on luck for practically every single one of your duels, this should not be a concern for you, Joey.
I guess you have no choice but to attack Garuzzi's.
You see, now this would have been the perfect time for Tristan or Bakura to believe that Joey hasn't learned much, as this bluff would never work on freaking Yugi of all duelists.
He was too smart for me.
Joey deserves 5 cents for actually thinking his bluff would work on Yugi. What in the actual hell was he thinking?
And he would know that I would know that he's laying a trap. Except if he knows that I know that he knows.
A lot of usage of the word no leads to this funny sequence where Joey tries to figure something out and ends up hurting his brain instead. That was hilarious. This was the absolute worst time to make the big reveal of Pegasus losing his wife due to an explosion on the altar, which led to him turning to the dark side. This should have been kept away until after Pegasus' defeat, because we shouldn't have a reason to care or feel bad for him just yet. Putting this randomly in the middle of Yugi's fight with Joey was a terrible writing decision.
You activated my trap!
Joey tries to attack one of the 2 remaining hats, and lo and behold, he gets caught in the exact same thing the others who faced the magical hats ran into. The Pharaoh used the plot convenience powers and ensured the spellbinding circle would be in the targeted hat. Just for once, I'd like to see someone strike a hat, it destroys the Dark Magician, and the Pharaoh says, "Dang, you guessed correctly, now I gotta think of something else."
The Dark Magician and the Skull Dragon have equal attack strength.
And because Bakura said that, it's safe to say that the Pharaoh has a special set of magic cards at the ready to power up his Dark Magician against the Black Skull Dragon.
The Book of Secret Arts! I play the Book of Secret Arts!
Another occasion where the first take didn't work out well, so they did a second take but forgot to remove the first one from the final product. Now the Pharaoh announces his intention to play the Book of Secret Arts twice, complete with dramatic reveal of the card.
Joey's kept me down all match long.
So basically, this match is like a John Cena match in WWE. Starts off strong, gets beaten down for like 15 minutes, makes a quick comeback, and wins. Poor Joey.
If Joey can just pull himself together, he can still win this duel.
Here's the thing, I know Bakura is possessed by the spirit of the Thief King, but even then it still feels a little awkward to have him give out the crucial information, considering he has not won a single duel himself. Plus, where was this knowledge during their previous duels?
How could I go from top of the heap to down in the dumps in one turn?
You're facing the main character of a TV show who is protected by all the plot convenience in the world. That's exactly how it works here. It sucks, but it's how it works.
Serenity. Go! And I'm laying this down too. You just walked into a trap. What?
Man, I love this moment here. Joey brings out his baby dragon and lays a card face down, knowing full well Yugi would assume it's the Time Wizard, but instead he plays a different trap card to psych him out. Knowing your best friend and teaching him all you know doesn't always mean you got the advantage.
No, it's been a real honor dueling you.
Likewise.
Brotherhood. Fuck friendship, this is beyond that. This is brotherhood, a much more powerful love. Still get chills seeing this duel.
The Time Wizard.
Joey plays the Time Wizard on the field, and wait, why is the Black Skull Dragon still on the field? The Pharaoh destroyed it a few turns ago.
I'm really gonna do it.
But unfortunately, because Joey is prematurely celebrating in his head, it's safe to say that the Pharaoh will pull off some kind of bullshit that'll look cool on paper but piss us all off when it's executed.
Two powers let me play one magic card during every one of your turns and mine.
When you think about it, maybe Yugi knew the whole time that this match was inevitable and handed Joey the Time Wizard on the boat just so he can use that power against him to bring out the Dark Sage. Could be a dick move, but also the perfect backup plan in case Joey grows more powerful throughout the tournament. Much as I'm pissed because I wanted Joey to succeed, I also commend Yugi for this strategy long before they ever arrived to the island.
My friend, and this is the hardest move I've ever had to make.
This emotional sequence is executed well, but let's be honest. Once again, this should have been Yugi himself dueling instead of the Pharaoh. At least then the tears running down his face wouldn't be as awkward.
You really ought to save your tears, little girl.
Here's what I love about this scene. You can feel the emotion of joy with the brotherhood between Yugi and Joey, but then it switches to excitement and ominous chill once Pegasus reminds us that his rematch with Yugi is coming up next. Let's fucking go.
Some prize money. No, Joey.
I don't think that's how this works, Yugi. The prize money goes to the winner of the duel, not the loser. And even if you're going to give Joey the money in the end, it still has to be you holding onto that card. Also, if this was your plan in the first place, why didn't you just tell Joey that you intended to win and hand over the prize money to him?